I had something good here, but I fucking lost it entirely. Fuck. What the fuck? Hey guys, Psycho's Anarchy here with a very special movie review for you. Since this is going to be a golden year in comic book movies, I thought to myself, what better way to review the movies than with starting and stand by please. What better way to start off than reviewing Iron Man as we count down our months to Civil War. There's going to be a collection of videos reviewing all the Marvel movies of the MCU that have come before that led us up to Civil War. Now then, let's get down and dirty. Iron Man, starring Robert Downey Jr., directed by Jon Favreau, also starring Gwyneth Paltrow, Jeff Bridges, and our good buddy Clark Gregg as Agent Phil Coulson, and such a special surprise at the very end. Iron Man is the origin story of one of Marvel's once B-list heroes that was elevated to the fucking A. Because Marvel's biggest gamble began way back in 2007 and 6 when they first cast Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, the Armored Avenger. This movie has been beloved by all the comic book community, and it's one of the greatest comic book movies of all time, with good reason. It follows the story of genius, billionaire, playboy philanthropist Iron Man, well, before he was Iron Man, Tony Stark, as he just indulges himself with reckless behavior, booze, cheeky sex, everything. Because I just choked on my spit. Because he has everything. He has the money, he has the fortune, the women just go up and just fucking bang him like crazy. But then, he gets a little taste of irony when his visit to Afghanistan ends with him getting shrapnel right in his chest. And from there, he meets a similar genius imprisoned by the 10 Rings, wink wink, Mandarin reference that never really paid off. And they are forced to find their own way out. While the terrorists think that they are making the Jericho missile for them, Tony Stark does what Tony Stark does, and instead chooses option number C and says, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Now, this movie has so many amazing scenes. This one in particular is when he's building the Iron Man suit, when he is becoming Iron Man. Because you see that he's ready to get out, but the doctor's talking to him. And it's a phrase used so often on both characters, like Batman and Superman and Tony Stark. Because he is a man who has everything, but at the same time has nothing whatsoever. He learns that this man had a husband and wife that died. Husband and wife, what's he? No, God! He learns that this man had a wife and a child that died. And Tony Stark swears upon his death that he will become a better man. Now, this is where the movie truly shines. Seeing Tony Stark change. Where Tony Stark, what's so special about this character in the MCU is you consistently see the progression of Iron Man's character. You progressively see him change, tinker, and find out what is best for him, what's best for everybody. I love the action, I love everything about it. Just seeing Iron Man work, Tony Stark get his armor all on, it's one of the coolest things ever because it's so fascinating seeing that because some of it is actually believable. I love how I love how Marvel started with this, where it's mostly practical effects, and it seems believable effects. Like, this could actually happen. Very soon, actually. That's the amazing thing about this all. And just seeing him interact with Gwyneth Paltrow's Pepper Potts and Jeff Bridges' Obadiah Stane, how he's so, just, you know, whatever, cut loose. But deep inside, you could tell Tony is just harboring this guilt that you'll see later on in eventual movies like Age of Ultron and Civil War. But you don't really see it that much except for the very beginning of the movie when he learns about just how his weapons that are meant to save and protect American soldiers and civilians and all that is really used to terrorize everybody. And while he's creating the armor in one of the coolest suit-ups ever, he soon realizes that there's still a problem, that he needs to go over there, because the news report is saying that there's still refugees, there's still a problem over there. And what does Tony Stark do? Well, he does the only thing Tony Stark wants to do. He suits up and gets his ass over to frickin' the Middle East and just kicks ass. And one of the coolest scenes ever is this one right here. That is the epitome of a badass. That is how you establish a character who's here to play. Marvel just knocked it out of the ball right off the bat with this movie. The movie is, without a doubt, not without its flaws. I know in the comics, Obadiah Stane repeatedly, tries to take over Stark Industries, all that shit. He was one of Iron Man's original enemies. But in this movie, now looking back on it, I really don't truly see as to why Stane wanted to take over the company. Maybe because of money, all that stuff, or he was greedy, but the way these two interact, it feels like they've been best friends, like, for years. Aside from James Rhodes, Pepper Potts, and Happy Hogan, this guy is Tony's his only true friend, aside from also Jarvis. So, his transition to suddenly become a villain, it threw me off, but regardless, the action is still spectacular, the acting is still spectacular, just, again, the banter. It's the dialogue also that really drives this movie home. It's because of how all over the place Tony Stark is. Like, he thinks so fast, he thinks he's such a genius, he is the Da Vinci of the time in the Marvel Universe and all the other good shit. And him fighting Ironmonger, while not really stacking up to today's standards, it's still a great film. This movie is an origin story about Tony Stark becoming a hero. But we soon learn, at the very, very end, he's not the only superhero in this world. There are others just like him. And he just doesn't know it yet. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been oh, I forgot! I'm an idiot! I didn't even mention one of the surprise characters! Phil Coulson, played by Clark Gregg. Here's a little quick trivia note. Originally, he was supposed to be a one-off agent, but he blended so well, he became the glue that held together Phase 1 until the Avengers. And that, my friends, is truly the magic of Marvel, when a secondary character, like Phil Coulson, like Iron Man, can become an A-plus character in the grander scheme of things. That right there is what makes this movie amazing. And that right there is one of the reasons why this movie is one of the greatest comic book movies of all time, bar none. I dare you to find somebody who doesn't like this movie, which probably you'll find a lot because people hate comic books in general for some stupid fucking reason, so fuck you. But anyways, guys, that's my first review of the MCU's 11 films. Can you believe that? 11! That's how much we have, and we have so much more to come! 10 out of 10 from Psycho Culture's Anarchy. Well, that's a little too nice. It's aged a bit. 9 out of 10. That's all for now, guys. I will be seeing you soon. You'll be getting more of these videos along the way. We have 10 more Marvel movies to record. 10 more! Oh, God. What a year to be alive in.